It's not your imagination. No, you're not black American. You wonder why they call you Jamaican when you're above all the other nations. It's not your imagination. No, you're not a Haitian. You wonder why they call you Puerto Rican when you're above all the other nations. It's not your imagination. They just wanna keep us down. They don't wanna see us with the crown. You don't want it, then the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground, yeah. They keep us low-key, red that and no see. It's more to you than them dreads and them gold teeth. I never cut my beard, forget a gold teeth. Guard your spirit like a goalie.
Shalom, shalom, Most High in Christ. Bless. Welcome to Four Quarters News, where truth speaks. That's right. That's right. I am Captain Zakar, and to my left,
Captain Severus,
and to my right,
Officer Azaniah.
And we make up Four. All right, hey man, back me up, man. Y'all got it all in my face, man. I don't need everybody all up in my. It was a song back in the day. Why you all in my grill? Hey man, let's get to it, man. We got a jam-packed show, and we want to get it all out. So let's go with the top stories. Let's see what we got. We had a young girl in California that recently committed suicide over the lockdown with the coronavirus. So, yeah, that's tragic. It's real tragic. Let's get into it. Let's pull up the article for the people. Let's get into the top stories. Read that for us, officer.
California teen dies by suicide after struggling with mental health while self-isolating.
Okay, so she was struggling. Now, I want this to be, you know, everybody, you don't instantly get mental health. Like, you know, like overnight I became like that. You know, that stuff is lingering pattern. Like you've had signs of that now, you know.
There's traces of it.
It's traces of it. And I know this is a disheartening thing to see about a young lady taking her life, but don't throw that mental health thing out there like just overnight she became a certain type of way, you know.
There's signs out there.
Yeah, it's signs
before you get to the actual event that leads up to it.
Right, and in reading the article, the young girl had no signs of mental health, but you know, maybe this quarantine life took its toll on her. Let's get to the article. Let's read that.
A 15-year-old California girl committed suicide after struggling to cope with isolation brought on by the coronavirus lockdown.
Struggling to cope with isolation. She must have been an outgoing person, very outgoing person. But to take your life just and California only been on lockdown for 2 weeks, I think.
It's been 2 weeks,
maybe 3 weeks. It hasn't been that long at all. It ain't been that long because the country altogether went on lockdown or some maybe a week before, then everybody else follows suit after that. It's not like 2 months, 3 months they're ahead of most of America. Everybody pretty much went on lockdown at the same time. Let's get back to it.
Giovanni Smith died April 2nd after she hanged herself at her Stockton, California home.
Wow.
Reported KCRA3. She did not leave a note, but Daniel Hunt, her mother, suspects her daughter struggled with being sequestered to her home due to the coronavirus pandemic. Smith was an accomplished softball player at Bear Creek High School.
So that's what I'm saying. You know, she didn't have signs of that before. She, you know, she was happy doing her thing, but that's tragic to see, man. Just damn, that had to be some boredom, man. Not to take your life like that. I wonder what was going on in that house. Go back to the article. Let's read on in that.
She seemed like a happy person.
You got Starbucks in your hand. You got to be happy.
Starbucks,
Starbucks, your Frappuccino, your caramel macchiatos. You happy?
Dang, you know all the flavors.
Your life. That's how you know it's of the devil, because it robbed you of your joy.
What's that? Starbucks?
No, I'm talking about the corona.
Oh yeah,
It
yeah.
robbed it's of the devil because
Yeah.
it robbed a young sister of her joy. And look at this. Now the people had to be quarantined, and now you see this.
Yeah, especially if you ain't built up in the scriptures with this, you know your mind can race to the worst. Let's go back to it.
Devonnie Smith, 15, committed suicide.
Scroll down. Let's see. The world, right there.
The world was taken away from her when she couldn't do sports. That was her world.
Oh, okay. There we go. I knew it was something. I knew it
That
was
was her
something.
thing.
So it was sports. That was her life. Now, see, look at that. Be warned, parents. Be warned that, you know, and I grew up this way where sports was my life. I lived through that thing, and I had tunnel
me too.
vision. My only way of making it out of the situation that I was in was through sports, and it looked like she took it to the extreme. Give me that in Sirach 30. Let's read that, Sirach 30 and 21, because the Lord speaks about that in the book of life, man. Let's read that.
Sirach chapter 30 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Give not over thy mind to heaviness,
Give not, which is depression. Go ahead.
and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel.
That's what happened to this young 15-year-old girl. She afflicted herself because, you know, whenever the Lord wills, you know, when he decides to stop plaguing the earth, you get back to going to school and things like that, because other prophecies have to be fulfilled. So whenever the Lord wills for the plague to stops,
It stops.
it stops. So, you know, to take it to that level, because he was deprived of softball, that is what does that says? Grieve in your own mind, in your own counsel. Read on.
The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. Love thine own soul, and comfort thy heart. Remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many.
There you go. Depression will kill you. God's letting you know depression will kill you. Whatever it is, let that thing go. Ain't nothing that important to take your own life. It ain't something that you can't bounce back off of. You know, what was that in 1 Corinthians?
Right. But you know
Good.
what she thinks sports did for her? It got her friends. It got her it got her attention. It got her notoriety. Yeah. Maybe before sports she didn't think or feel like she was anybody besides, you know, the skills that God so happened to give all our young black, Hispanic and Native American brothers and sisters, and she felt like she was somebody, and she felt empowered. And when she couldn't do that no more, she ended up taking her life.
Give me that 1 Corinthians 10:13 real quick.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
There have no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man.
So all of us go through ups and downs in our life. You know, the new word I heard, you know, I've always said ups and downs. I heard it's called ebbs and flows. That's a new
Ebbs
thing.
and flows? What that mean?
It's the ups and downs. That's what it means.
Ebbs and flows.
Ebbs and flows, ups and downs. It depends on what part country you live in. But ain't nothing that we've ever went through that ain't common to all man. We all go through ups and downs in different situations in our life. Read on.
But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will make with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
All of us that understand this truth, we got a way to escape from the sorrow of mind. It's through these scriptures that you know, Paul says they comfort you, right? We got brothers and we got sisters, you got classes, you got all kind of stuff that is our escape. So you know, and especially, you know, thou shalt not kill. We shouldn't be doing that stuff, even if it's our own life.
Right.
We shouldn't do it. It don't even belong to us to take it. It belongs to the Lord. So you know, during these times, don't let yourself get into that kind of situation, man. Call somebody.
Call somebody.
out.
That's my thing. If she was involved in sports, what was her friends? What was her so-called friends? Right.
Right.
There was nowhere to be found. But that lets you know that those that's in this truth, this fight, we are fortunate because we know to keep our minds occupied in this truth. Real quick, I want to pull a scripture. Go to Sirach 2 and 7. Sirach 2 and 7.
Bring it up.
Four Corner News.
The book of Sirach chapter 2 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest he fall.
You see that? Says, wait on him. But the thing is, those who know to wait is those that fear the Lord.
Right.
That know how important and valuable they are to the Most High God. They know the proper steps. They know, listen, I got a nation behind me. I'm not alone. Even when those thoughts begin to settle in, you know to fight them off because you're valuable in the eyes of God.
Right.
And that's something that's very important. That's why even in this walk, our jobs are very important because this sister, if she had a flyer, if she heard the word, then or the Most High would have mercy on her soul.
Right.
But
it's up to the Lord now.
to the
Issues
Lord.
of death belong to the
There
Lord.
you go.
Hey, in other news, we got black folk out here ready to tear down the stove for that $1,200 stimulus check. Pull it up for us. Let's go to that. If y'all ain't heard, man, you better watch where you file your taxes at. I'm telling you right now. Read that for us, officer.
man, damn.
I still ain't got mine. Read that.
I got
man.
mine.
I'm going to go off on Uncle Sam. Read that, man.
Richmond County Sheriff's Office responded to a large crowd outside of City Tax Financial, location on Peach Orchard Road.
Peach Orchard. Anything with a peach in, you know it's Georgia.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
It's in Georgia. Oh, is that Ray Charles? Let's go to it. Let's read that article, man. Let's see. Hey, play the video. Matter of fact, play the video. Let's see what's going on. Lord's will, black folk ain't acting a fool out here. Because when it comes to our money.
A story that's getting a lot of buzz. You may be one of the 3.5 million people on Facebook who've seen our live video from this afternoon where dozens of people crowded in front of a tax preparation service in South Augusta after their stimulus checks didn't show up in their bank accounts. Fox 54 Sydney Moore has the details on what happened to those stimulus.
It's going to be some trouble.
Trouble. What happened to the video, man? What's going on? What's going on, man? What happened to the video? All right. Hey, let's go to this, man. Let's go to this scripture right here. It just popped up in my mind. All thy people shall be righteous. Where is that at? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 2. That ain't what I'm looking for, but that's in my mind. Go ahead. Isaiah chapter 1, and let's read verse 26. Let's get that video up, man.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 26.
This is the Lord. Go ahead.
And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
This is why we need the Lord to return and to establish righteousness.
I'm telling you.
Because all of us is out here hurting. Some of us more than others. Hurting, waiting on that check signed by DJ Trump. Waiting on that $1,200 hit, and we ain't got it. And then when you do think you got it, your own people, because we know city tax in a strip mall like that, we know that's owned by black folk. Our own people done changed the daggone routing number in the bank account, so your money going into their account.
To their account.
The hell is this?
Crazy. When I heard that, man, I said, damn, that brother's slick. Whoever owns that is smart as hell. They want to
smart with wickedness.
But the thing is, they wasn't expecting for that relief to hit. That's the thing. They wasn't expecting it to hit.
Yeah.
So they had that account set up way back since February, January. Once that relief hit, that caught them off guard right there.
Hey, man, read that again. Isaiah 126. This is why we need the Lord. Read that.
Isaiah.
You got the video?
Yeah,
go ahead, read that.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 26.
Bring it out.
And I will restore thy judges as at the first, and thy counselors as at the beginning. Afterward, thou shalt be called the city of righteousness, the faithful city.
And you ain't got to worry about nobody stealing your money.
No.
Right.
Everybody gonna be good. We ain't gonna be worried about no money. You ain't gotta worry about. Hey, first off, you ain't gonna have to worry about no $1,200 just to get by.
Bring it out.
Hey, pull it up, man. Even if the video, pull it up.
A story that's getting a lot of buzz. You may be one of the 3.5 million people on Facebook who've seen our live video from this afternoon,
crazy,
where
man.
dozens of people crowded in front of a tax preparation service in South Augusta after their stimulus checks didn't show up in their bank accounts. Fox 54 Sydney Moore has the details on what happened to those stimulus checks.
What is now a clear and calm parking lot in front of the City Tax Financial on Peach Orchard Road was an angry crowd full of people wanting answers.
People is not getting any hours. People are getting laid off, and this is ridiculous.
Dozens of concerned people were hoping their stimulus checks would arrive on April 15th.
Rent still got to be paid, food still got to be on the table. So that's crazy.
Hey,
Many were notified that their checks had come through, but it wasn't showing up in their account, leading them straight to City Tax Financial for answers.
It's just crazy now. And, you know, I've seen a lot of them out here. They was crying about the situation. And, you know, that hurt, too. You know, and it's a mess.
Lieutenant Fanning with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office spoke to Jonathan Michaels, the manager at City Tax Financial, who says the checks went to a third-party institution and is not at liberty to disperse those checks.
Mr. Michael didn't even have access to those checks. And so that money will be re-given to the federal government, who will in turn be the one responsible for dispersing those checks back out via mail or other avenues.
It's unclear how long that process will take.
Nothing but Jake.
For the people who are now missing their checks, they hope it'll be sooner than later.
Damn.
I did reach out to Mr. Michaels for comments on the matter, and I have yet to hear back. In the newsroom,
man, that dude done skipped town.
Hey, they said during there was someone live feeding on there, and they said that person left. They said, I'll be back at 2 o'clock.
And they said it's 1:59 now, and he's not. That dude done skipped town on there, man. That white dude don't know if the federal government gonna give money, especially dealing with DJ Trump.
Right.
Man, like, man, I sent it out. It's on you after that. I'm not even worried about it. You don't know if you're gonna get that money back. I guarantee you, they don't get that money. All them black women, they gonna throw a rock through that window.
They gonna raise Cain.
If they ain't done already.
They gonna raise Cain, because the thing that I see is this. Like, you mind if I pull the scripture?
Yeah, go ahead.
Read Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 7. Read this.
Proverbs.
Because this is what happens when our people are already in poverty and you're targeting somebody that's already in poverty. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 7. Bring it out. 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me, lest I be full and deny thee, and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal, and take the name of God, of my God, in vain.
So what they're actually doing when they're taking away the stimulus package, when people are getting laid off, what that's going to start creating is going to start creating more crime.
Oh yeah,
more drug dealers, more gangbangers. Because now it's just like their mindset is just like whatever. I'm just trying to go get it.
What 50 said back then? Get rich, die trying.
Get rich, die trying.
Hey, we're going to go into it a little bit later, too. Hey, go to Isaiah 60 and 21. This is why black folk need to repent, start keeping the commandments,
bring it
out. The faith in Jesus the Christ, so we can get to this point in biblical prophecy. Isaiah 60, 21.
Bring it out.
Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Thy people also shall be all righteous.
Thy people shall be all righteous. Like I'm saying earlier, you ain't got to worry about nobody stealing from you. You ain't got to worry about no drug dealers. You ain't got to worry about nobody robbing you. Bring it out. God said when the kingdom comes, all the people going to be righteous. Nobody's going to deal with a slack hand.
Right.
Ain't gonna deal falsely with their brother.
Right.
You know, man, Esau just brought about 20 pounds of the finest rubies on earth, and he handed them to me because you wasn't at home. Here go the 20 pounds of ruby. I held them for you.
You know how good that feels for if you, let's just say, for instance, you lost like a whole bunch of money, and next thing you know, you just find it just sitting right there. Just be like, oh.
And a few years ago at a Passover, some young brother found like $200.
Oh, yeah.
That.
It's like 1,000 people there. He found $200. He grabbed that thing and he took it right up to the front to say, "Hey, somebody dropped $200 in the hallway. I'm just bringing it up." You know how good it is, man. That was a little boy that did that. But that's from him being taught the commandments of the Lord. Let that happen. Let $200 fall out there, city tax. Oh, they go. Everybody out there gonna fight for that $200. $200 drop.
Gonna go.
Listen, $200 drop. That money is spent yesterday. It's gone.
Somebody be like, I had a dream. I knew the Lord was going to bless me. Hey, let's go.
That's what we say.
Finders keepers.
You know how black folk are, man.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
It's my day.
It's my day. Let's go in other news. Malcolm Jenkins, I think he plays for the New Orleans Saints. He gave black people a wake-up call, like we've been doing forever here in Israel United in Christ. Finally, somebody with a major platform said it. So maybe people will listen, but we're gonna back it up with the scripts. Let's go to that. Malcolm Jenkins talk about black people. We gotta stick together. Hey, let's read that.
We must survive. Malcolm Jenkins called racist for telling black folks not to rely on government for COVID-19
How is he racist for that?
Come on.
Now, see, you know what? Pull it back up. Look at the hypocrisy dealing with these white folks. Malcolm Jenkins called racist for telling black folks not to rely on government. White folk all the time say it's too much government. You're restricting my civil liberties as government. Back off, government. We don't need as much government. White folks say that all the time. And you don't never hear them with the racist title. But when it come to us not dependent on our slave masters, our oppressors, now we racist.
There you go.
Amazing. No, them days is over. Black folks told not to rely on government for COVID-19 help. Many come to his defense. Let's read. Let's scroll down to the video. Scroll down to the video. Let's see if we got anything. That's Malcolm Jenkins right there. Keep scrolling. I think it's down there. Keep going. Oh, East Side dry-eyed. Keep going. It's down there somewhere, man. Keep going. There we go. Hey, zoom out on this son, man. Zoom out. Oh God, Esau. You can't get rid of Esau. Yeah. Atlanta Black Star is a black website, and Esau. Oh God, zoom out, man. Zoom out. Golly. No, not take it off. Zoom out.
Just click back in. Go ahead.
Yeah, go back in. Zoom out. That's all you gotta do. Come on. Zoom out. Lord, we got this over here. It's down. There we go. Let's get us some sound and blow it up, man. Let's get some sound and blow it up.
Bad policy.
Roll it back for us.
All of our first responders, our doctors and nurses who are on the front lines. You are our heroes. We thank you. We pray for you, and we owe you a great debt. This message is for my black brothers and sisters. We must survive.
Talk to us.
The pandemic is real, and the damage that is left in the wake of the coronavirus is realized mostly in our communities. Bad policy, institutional neglect, and overexposure place us disproportionately in arm's reach of the dangers of this deadly virus. We are the essential worker. We are the most impacted, yet the focus of the resources aren't being invested in us. We cannot wait for a government that has never prioritized us. We must look out for ourselves.
Damn.
So take care of you first. Share your resources, protect the elderly, and stay home as much as possible. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and survive. Because whether they know it or not, the world needs us, and we need us.
That's right. Now, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that message about black unity? See, there you go. That's what they don't want. They don't want black folk to come together. They don't want nobody speaking a message of unity. No. They dropped that racist. That's their defense mechanism. Oh, he's racist.
That's a trigger word.
Bring it out.
Once you say racist, they know all the people going to turn against everybody. All the people going to turn against you. Your own family going to turn against you. Your brother going to turn against you. Your nation going to turn against you.
Pull that script.
He's too woke. That's hashtag stay woke, right?
Yeah.
So watch this now. Go ahead. Lamentations 4:17. Lamentations 4:17. Come on.
Now he's a racist because he told black people to come together. Look out for yourself. Right. Hell, white folk out there looking out for themselves. You know how to know that? Try to go get some damn hand sanitizer at a store right now. Who do you think brought all that damn hand sanitizer? White folk looking out for themselves. They racist. Say that. Go ahead, Cap.
Go ahead, pull that.
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 17.
Bring it out.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Our what?
Our vain help.
Vain help. What's the end result of these checks coming out? I know right now you feel good. You probably dancing for those that got it, right? But what's the end result? You're going to go right back to that 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah.
You still going to be pushing that mop, pushing that mocha, pushing that latte, breaking your back. Right? You're not gonna make that money do nothing. That's what he's giving us. He's giving us these warning signs. Stop depending on your oppressors. Finish that up.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
Watch for who?
A nation.
Y'all watched for Babylon the Great, which is America. Y'all kept watching it. They have a long line out there.
Yeah.
You seen that?
You saw it right there.
Waiting on a check from the oppressor.
Trump change.
The same man that they hate and despise.
Trump change.
But they don't mind the money, though. They don't mind. It's okay. Bring that green. That green is all right with me. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
America can't save y'all. That's exactly what the brothers bring.
Right.
But you know they're going to bury him. You know that, right?
Yeah, he played for the New Orleans Saints, too. He played for the New Orleans Saints, man. And they don't like it when black folks speak up, and they just want you to... What that white lady tell LeBron? Shut up and dribble. All they want him to do, shut up and tackle somebody. No, that's a good message.
Right.
Go back to the title of it, man. Let's see that thing one more time. Go back to the title. We must survive. Go to Zephaniah 2. We go to it all the time. Only way we're going to survive in these last days as a people, we got to apply the scripts of the Lord. Read it when you get it. Zephaniah 2 and what?
Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1.
Read out.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Read.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon
you. That's the only way we're going to truly survive. If we gather ourselves together and gather yourself with other commandment-keeping brothers and sisters, because that's who the Lord protects. That's right. The Lord ain't protecting you if you don't keep no commandments. He has no obligation to protect you because you have not done what he has commanded you to do.
Right. Yeah. And when the Lord says gather yourselves together, he's basically saying pick a side, choose your nation, because that's what you're doing when you gathering together. That's right. When you come together, you showing that unity, and that's what God likes.
Hey, and he's not wrong that we need to gather together and we must survive. Look out for ourselves. Right. Don't depend on a nation that can't save you. Go to that, pull up the video about the black woman giving her experience of her, I believe it's her mother or grandmother. Let's see if Malcolm Jenkins is lying. Pull up the video. Let's pull it up. We can't see it. Pull it up on our end. Yeah, let's play that, man. Blow it up for us. Play that.
We are suffering from the rampage of the coronavirus.
She's in New York.
In New York City. This virus is real. This virus is killing everyone. There is no age limit. Regardless to what they say, 80-something and over are not just dying. 50 and over are not just dying. Today, I lost my sister to the coronavirus.
Look at this.
But let me tell you how it happened. My sister went to New York Presbyterian Hospital in Manhattan. First, they told her she had bronchitis and not the coronavirus. She went back again. Then they told her she had pneumonia and not the coronavirus. They still didn't test. Then they told her she had the flu and not the coronavirus. It wasn't until she was put on a ventilator and unconscious that they decided to test her, and she died.
Damn!
Why do the rich, the famous, the ball players, the rappers, why do they all have access to the test for the coronavirus? And us people who are working and who aren't rich and who aren't famous, why don't we have access to the test? After my sister died, I had to take her 11-year-old daughter to Montefiore Hospital on 210th Street in the Bronx after she was paraded from Manhattan and has been around her daughter, or her mother, excuse me, for all those days while her mother died from the coronavirus.
Oh man, we cut it.
I had to bring her.
Now look at that. So is Malcolm Jenkins wrong?
No.
He ain't wrong telling black folk we gotta look out for ourselves in a country, a nation that don't care nothing about you 3 times. And they didn't even test her until she's on the ventilator about to die.
During an epidemic, What, right? Which coronavirus is going rampant?
Yeah.
No, they don't. So you don't think it would be wise to test the person for that epidemic,
right?
That disease? Come on.
No
now.
telling how many more people she spread it to in that amount of time.
I bet they didn't even ask her that.
Right. And even with Malcolm Jenkins saying that we got to come and gather ourselves together, he's having the right thought, because Esau, they are gathering themselves together with their nation, because I guarantee you, this is what sometimes they would do. They would sit there and watch a person die and later on give them the test when they know it's too late. Then they ask the family for an autopsy. So they could see how the virus destroyed the person.
Do research on your body.
Do research on your body. That's what they do to our people every day.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Go ahead, Cap.
The main reason too why they're gonna be mad. You know, Esau always gonna get mad when you see we stand up for our people. Every time we try to gather ourselves together, Esau sees it. Wait a minute.
Bring it out.
They're organizing. No. And we're not included. There's a problem, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, that's a problem. Call up the head of the newspaper. Blast it all over social media.
Amongst them.
Blackball them. That's what you're going to see.
Yep.
That's what they do.
And now, Malcolm Jenkins, he's not wrong with that. That's a correct thought, but it's just some biblical scriptures behind it. Now here's the flip side of this. Black folk, damn it, act like you got some sense. We out here in the projects, Corona going on.
No, come on.
Look what we doing. Let's go to the news. Damn. Look what we out here doing. Police in Florida.
Oh man.
Florida break up a large Easter cookout with over 100 guests. Hey, now look at this. The newspapers being nice. That ain't no damn 100 guests.
No, that's more.
That's the hood that came out.
The whole hood out there.
Pull it back up, man. Look at that. The hood came out the projects.
Yeah.
How we gonna stop from getting the Rona when Negroes is just rebellious?
Come on now, dog.
Come on, dog.
Come on, man.
Hey, all of a sudden, the whole hood want to worship God now.
Yeah, right.
The whole hood want to worship God now.
That's Pensacola too, man. It's the Panhandle.
I'm telling you, they looking for Keisha, they looking for Nene, they looking for
Get it together.
They looking for everybody.
Wear no mask out there.
No, hey, go to the article. Let's read it real quick, man. Let's read it real quick. Look at it. A picture speak 1,000 words, man. Read that. Police in Florida.
Zoom in, I can't see.
Police in Florida.
Lord, have mercy.
Keep up with us
Goodness, come on.
Police in Florida broke up a massive Easter Sunday gathering of over 100 people. Videos posted to Facebook showed dozens of people gathered for a massive event. According to WER, the event was organized for kids in the community. Pensacola police told where it took 2 hours to break up the event.
That's a lot of people.
And the event was disbanded by 7 p.m.
God, look at it. Look. Go play the video, man.
This is what happens when you dealing with Jake.
We don't listen, man. This is why we dying by the boatloads of the Rona.
And listen to the type of
the project.
Hey, Cap, listen to the type of music that they listen to. Listen to the type of music they listen to. They Easter. Future on Easter when they supposed to be worshiping God.
Oh, wow.
They bouncing to it. Smoking, drinking. You already know what's going on.
Lord, send the bomb. Send the bomb.
Hey, this might be Lil Uzi Vert.
Man,
you never know.
Go to Hosea 4:6, man. You got Malcolm Jenkins trying to keep us from getting the Rona. We got to survive, because if we go to the hospital, they might not test you the next day. You know you're dead. We don't give a damn.
I just came up with a statement. A little older, keep the Rona away.
A little older?
Yeah. That means order. That's just order.
Hosea 4:6 for us, man. Read that.
Hosea chapter 4 and verse 6.
This is how God does. Read that.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Knowledge is the laws of God, and the laws of God tell us to obey the powers that be. The powers that be in Florida have said for the next 30 days, you black folk got to stay in the house, and if you do come out, stay 6 feet apart from each other. Negroes is like, man, I don't give a damn what they talking about.
It's Easter.
It's Easter Sunday. Jesus rose. He died on a Friday afternoon and got up a day and a half later. Halfway. Turn on the future. That's us, man.
Turn on the Jeezy.
Turn it on. Read on in that. Because we reject knowledge.
That thou shalt be no priest to. Sorry. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
And now read verse 7. Read that.
As they were increased.
You see all the people out there, right? Yeah. As we became bigger as a nation, we got more people in America, right? We started to multiply because we don't die. We pop out babies left and right. As we began to increase, what do?
So they sinned against me.
We just kept sinning more and more and more and more. More wicked Negroes born on the earth. Easter, the breaking the laws, not doing the 6 foot apart. Oh, God.
What the hell is this?
We gotta pray for our people, y'all. I'm telling you, man. We go to the video. Look at this. I found the video. That was a little snippet. I found the video of the whole hood out celebrating Easter.
Yeah, it's more than just one hood. That was a collabo.
Man, they probably invited.
And you know the whole, that's all Judah right there, y'all.
Nah, that's Pensacola. That's Levi.
Do not do
what? The only
cola Levi is drinking is called champagne.
There you go. That's right.
Hey, go to the video. I'm gonna show you his Levi. Go to the video. Play the video. Look at this.
I see how they set it up.
Hey, it's some cussing in it. They cussing now. Y'all know how we talk. Look at that, y'all. In the whole state of Florida, 6 feet apart. Don't come out for the next 30 days. We out here celebrating ungodly Easter, worshiping another God, and everybody out there about to kiss the Rona. Malcolm Jeek is like, we gotta survive. They don't care about us as a nation. Look at us, y'all.
Trying to serve God.
Come on, what is it?
It's what we doing in the hood. This is why we got to get this word. This is our brothers and sisters. We got to get the word to them that are in the captivity. All of us is in it, but some of us is just, we ain't got no sense, y'all.
I guarantee you one of them got pregnant.
Look at that. Look at the cop. Let it play, man. What's going on? Look at the cop, man.
That's good, man.
They ain't going nowhere. The cops ain't doing their job.
Look how can he do his job?
Wow.
Come on now, y'all.
Cut the video, man. Cut the video.
Our people don't even respect a virus that's killing people, man.
Crazy, man. It's literally killing folk out here. And we like, man, let's turn up. Let's turn up before we die.
Yeah, before we die.
Goodness gracious. In other news, in Michigan, Esau, in other news, Esau don't give a damn either. He don't care either, man. But Esau let you know this ain't our country. Esau letting us know it ain't our country. Up in Michigan, they protesting because they tried to keep them from catching the Rona. They like, to hell with this. Let's pull up the article of the New York Post. Read that for us, officer.
Protesters clog streets in Michigan over Whitmer coronavirus stay home order.
Let's go to, now scroll down to the picture. Now a picture speak 1,000 words, right? Scroll down. I want y'all to see something. Zoom out, son. Now watch this. Watch this when the picture come up. Go ahead, keep going. Watch this. Zoom out a little more. Zoom out. Now look at this. Damn. Look at that. Go to the picture. A picture speak 1,000 words, don't it?
That's how Esau protests.
Look at that. They are standing on the drop the black bars for us. They are standing on the government building steps with AK-47s, y'all.
There you go.
Amazing.
Modified. Look at that. They're modified.
M16, them army guns. Yeah. Scroll up a little bit. Scroll up so we can see the. No, the other way. Come on. No, that's down. Come on. Right? Look at that. He's standing on the government building steps of the state of Michigan with M16 assault rifles, AK-47s.
But when Michael Jenkins say something in the confines of his living room, he's a racist.
Look at the signs in lockdown. Trump, Pence. They say you can't tell us what to do. Government? Are they racist?
Yeah, where's that? Even go back up to the title. What was the title?
Protesters.
Protesters.
Protesting the government.
Now watch this. Does it mention anything about the firearms that they're carrying?
Nothing at all. Damn.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
How about armed protesters?
Right.
I'm telling you,
that's heavy, man.
But if it was us, they'll be like gang members.
Gang members stand on the government building steps.
Yep, right.
They wouldn't even have took that picture. The cops would have been. You saw a video of them pointing guns at us. Everybody, put your guns down. Now we saw videos like that before.
Yeah.
That white folk walked down the streets with M16 assault rifles. The police didn't do nothing. Bring it out. One black dude did it. They pulled up on him, jumped out the car with the machine gun pointing, told him get on the ground. In an open carry state.
Yes.
So all that just goes to show you that is Esau is still racist because, by the way, their perception of
bring it out.
That's all that just shows. That's all that just shows.
Because they won't let them get and get you won't believe what the reason is, officer.
Go ahead.
You what the reason? Go to the video. I want to show y'all why the reason they went on the government building steps with M16 assault rifles. Play the video and let's see why.
About some people in some states protesting stay-at-home orders aimed at slowing the spread of coronavirus. In Michigan, protesters followed social distancing guidelines by driving around the state capital of Lansing.
No, they didn't.
To cause a traffic jam.
He's lying.
Grady Trimble was there, reports in Lansing now. What happened? It's
white people lie. I'm telling you.
Well, Bill, it's still going on. This thing started at around 11 o'clock this morning, and it shows no signs of stopping. They wanted to clog the streets here, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're sending a message to Governor Gretchen Whitmer that they don't agree with her stay-at-home order. They say it goes too far, takes away their rights, and in some cases is too arbitrary.
Too much government.
You can go on a sailboat or a canoe, but not on a motorboat. You can't go to a second home if you live in the state, but someone from out of the state can drive to their second home in Michigan. And at big box stores, you can buy groceries and medicine, but there are certain areas of the store that have to remain closed, such as the parts of the store that sell paint, carpet and flooring, as well as garden supplies and furniture. Many of the people I spoke to here say there are such strict provisions and that the governor did this for her own political ambitions. Listen.
And I can't go between those houses. You can't buy paint. You can't buy lawn. You can't buy lawn fertilizer or grass seed.
He sound like he crying. Why are you crying? They stood on the government building steps with M16 rifles because they can't buy damn paint. They can't buy lawn fertilizer. They ready to shoot the whole damn place up.
Yo, I can't get no fertilizer? Okay.
Oh, I'll kill everybody in this bad boy. I can't get no damn fertilizer.
My lawn got to get cut.
There's too much government around here. I can't get a lawn chair. Who ready to die in this piece, yo? I kill everybody in here for a damn paint can. My grass ain't gonna go bad due to coronavirus. I'll be damned if my front lawn go bad.
I don't work too hard here.
I'll be damned if my house value goes down because I can't paint outside of my house. I'll be damned. They protesting too much government.
Right.
But a black man said, hey, we got to look out for ourselves because the government don't care about it.
Racist.
That nigga racist. Watch out for him, y'all.
How you gonna be racist and you in a room filled with AC?
And he's not on the government steps with an M16 assault rifle. Threatening. Look at that. He is threatening America.
Right.
They are threatening America that we'll start a civil war around this bad boy. Lift the order. And guess what Trump doing? Trump out there doing what? Hey, I'm thinking about opening up the economy.
There you go.
May 1st. It's been 2 weeks. White folk been, hey, check this out. Check this. Go ahead, pull it out.
Hey, go back to the video when they were standing in front of the lawn. Go back. Yeah, they had the bulletproof vests, modified M16s.
Yeah.
Go back to that article.
You want the article or the video?
Army fatigue. The video.
Play the video.
No, right there. Right there.
Oh,
That's
okay,
what I want.
right there.
Zoom in. What you see in the back right there, yo?
What are you looking at?
Look. Trump, right?
Oh, there we go.
There you go, y'all. That's the motivation. Because they know once they act crazy like that, who's going to respond?
Trump.
There you go.
Hey, Cap.
Hey, man, now, hold on now, because we about to go commercial break. I want to bring something out. Now, check this out, y'all. I want y'all to realize this. Pay attention to the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Now, look at this. White folk been on lockdown for 2 weeks. They protested with M16 gun, AK-47. 2 weeks. You think they gonna lay down when the Black Messiah come and say, "Oh, nation's going into slavery for eternity"? You think they gonna lay down like, "Okay, Black Messiah, thank you. I was waiting to go into slavery." They've been on lockdown for 2 weeks in the country that they own. Bring it out. They ready to go to war with their own government. You think they gonna let Black Messiah enslave them for eternity? Bring it out. Give me that Revelation 2:26. This is now you understanding about. This is why Christ said this right here.
Revelations chapter 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Christ knows. That's it. Not my G. You think you know Christ? Christ knows the spirit that is in these Edomites here in America. Bring it out. He knows the spirit that's in all nations. They ain't gonna let black folk rule over them. So Christ is telling you, you're gonna have to rule them with a rod of iron. Right. They not gonna lay down and take slavery quietly. It's been 2 weeks and they ready to rebel against their own government. You think they gonna let niggas rule over them for eternity and not rise up? Oh, they gonna be fighting all the time. And look what Christ said. He said, "And ye shall rule over them with a rod of iron." Read on.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
You gonna have to put that rod on their ass so much they're gonna be broken into pieces. Cause they'll be like, no, we're not letting these Negroes rule over us.
That's right.
No. Here come the rod then. Bow! Let's mount up Billy Bob and let's go get whatever we got. Let's go get stones and throw it at them at the walls. Christ, go get your rod, y'all. Bow! They're not gonna lay down, y'all. I don't know what y'all expected with the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna have to go out every so often and whip them into shape.
It's gonna be a fight of the ages.
There you go.
Something that you never seen before.
And I can't wait till the Lord give us that power too. It's gonna be a swift kick in the ass.
That's right.
We go right back to laying down, resting in our bed with our wife, and we go what you say? Keep on making kids so we can populate the earth as the sand of the sea and not have a worry. Hey, last article before we go to break here. Now y'all know Trump talking about opening up, right? So guess what he did? He went and got a whole bunch of panel advisors to help him think about opening up. Go to the article. Trump crazy as hell, y'all. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, that's what got
DJ Trump ain't got no sense, y'all. Read out. Look, read that.
I'm betting on him, man. That's the horse right there to make it happen.
Donald Trump names WWE's Vince McMahon as advisor to restart U.S. economy.
Donald Trump went and got a damn wrestler, actor. Hey man, I need you. I want to know what kind of wisdom you got to run a country. What do you think I should do? I'm telling you, man, that dude, he base.
Amazing.
Yeah, go ahead. That dude said, let me go get a dude that is good with acting to help me run the country. Go back to the article. I want to read the words that came out of DJ Trump's mouth. And we got black folk out here trying to vote or die. Go to the article, man.
Go scroll up.
Read that.
Donald Trump has named Vince McMahon
Read quick, man.
in an advisory group to help reopen the United States economy. The U.S. president announced this week he's putting together a group including the commissioners of the nation's top 4 sports leagues and other executives.
Keep reading.
As well as the great WWE chairman, Vince McMahon.
Read on.
Trump also named the likes of NBA's Adam Silver.
He went and got the damn NBA commissioner.
NFL chief Roger Goodell.
You said Goodell. Goodell. Go ahead.
MLB's Rob Manfred and NHL boss Gary Bettman.
Keep reading.
Furthermore, he noted that UFC president Dana White.
It's the we got UFC there, president. What's wrong with you? Come on, man. Come on.
Is part of the team alongside Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban and New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft.
Now, just okay. Obviously, they know how to run business, right? They got franchises, sports teams, but you running a nation, dude.
Right.
A nation. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak your truth.
Cap, when I see them being named like this, like, you know, nothing but like sports teams, who majority fills up those sport teams?
It be white folk.
No, who's playing for the sport teams?
It's us playing.
It's nothing but white people. So what I'm seeing is nothing but handlers that's gonna start trying to handle black folk in their economic system.
Yeah. How do you feel about putting your Negroes back on display?
Listen. There's a method to his madness. You got to understand, all oppressors are devious, very, very precise and subtle with their target. Their target is the minds of the people. They know entertainment will put the Negro back to sleep.
They know
it will put the Hispanic man back to speak.
You hit it right on the head, man.
Get the what's the diamond field? Crack that home run. Yeah. Get that tackle going.
Yep.
The money need to start flowing, and the first place they targeting and trying to open up is entertainment.
Hey, now check this out. You talk about minds of the people. Go back and read it. Read the article real quick. Read that right there and listen to what he says. Read it with some power, please.
Speaking during a briefing on Tuesday, Trump talked about the importance of bringing sports back into everyday life after the coronavirus pandemic forced leagues to halt play.
Now, look what he said.
He said, we have to get our sports back. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old.
That's Donald Trump. He's willing to kill off people so he can watch a damn baseball game.
Damn.
That was dumb as hell.
He's willing to put people's lives at risk with the Rona so he can stop watching reruns. Give me that in Daniel chapter 4, verse 17.
Bring it out.
Look what this is why God y'all gonna put some respect on the word of God. God know what he's talking about. Read that.
Daniel chapter 4 verse 17.
Bring it out.
This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
The Most High rules. He runs everything. Everything that's happening is of the Lord. Even the coronavirus hitting America and they got the most cases worldwide is of the Lord. You know, black people and Hispanics getting hit more than anybody. It's of the Lord. Read on.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
So yeah, the Lord did say, I want this right here. I'm not going to say what I want you to run the country so I can reveal to my people, you ain't got no hope, dude. When you going to realize that you ain't got no hope? Look at the people I'm setting up to run the country. They don't get Vince McMahon and ask him for advice. Your life is in the hand of a damn WWE championship belt commissioner. He gonna decide if you valuable enough to live or not. Read that. It says, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man,
and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men.
Hey, that's proof right there.
That's proof.
That is proof that God set up the lowest of low man. You got people out here thinking that this man is well educated and these presidents are to be held in high esteem. No, God said, you don't know that.
Right.
Did that right here? God said, dude base as hell. Y'all don't know.
You sir, are an idiot.
Look at him. The last dude over here passing Obama passing gay rights. Y'all think that was smart? The last dude went over into another country and said, we didn't find what you call that?
Weapons of
mass destruction. The last dude before that got put out of office because he went into the back room with Monica.
Somebody. Yeah.
And this dude right here put people's life on the line so he don't have to watch 14-year-old baseball games. Amazing. Y'all think these dudes is smart? Y'all dumb as hell. Y'all crazy, man. Go back to it, man. We're about to take a commercial break here. I just want to read that one more time. Read that again.
He said, we have to get our sports back. I'm tired of watching baseball games that are 14 years old.
The reruns.
Your life is on the line. Read that right there.
I haven't actually had too much time to watch. I would say maybe I watch one batter and then I get back to work.
That's BS. That's BS, dude. Talk about he ain't got much time. How you watching 14-year-old games if you ain't got that much time? He just contradicted himself.
I remember they caught him on a quote where he was like, I don't play enough. I mean, I don't play golf anymore. I'm stopping. Yeah. And then they played all the times he was playing golf back to back, almost 20 times when he was supposed to be at an important meeting. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, come on.
That dude is a liar. He's been caught lying multiple times.
Hey, man, they said that dude he talked about Obama playing golf and wasn't working. He has played more hours of golf in 3 years than Obama did in 8 years in office.
Damn.
Come on.
Y'all put y'all trust in vote?
Yeah.
Y'all crazy as hell.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.